have a talk really quick. Yo, my sources were right. Ye has entered the courtroom. He waved. He said hello to me. Ye is in the courtroom. Now, we are on break. He came in just before lunch break. Nobody knows. You guys have the exclusive. Kanye West is actually in the courtroom, okay? He has come to support Diddy. He is with King Combs right now. We saw him coming through the security. He said, "What's up?" Apparently, he knows. He said, "What's up?" Okay? And he is in the courtroom to show an awesome show of support to Sean Diddy Combs. Okay, so what does this mean? Y'all, Diddy gotta be the dumbest person in the world. You really think this is how you're gonna win over the jury? By bringing Ye, who literally is the epitome of debauchery right now, into the courtroom? Now maybe, listen, maybe his goal is to act like he is starstruck. That could be it. We actually passed Kanye. He said hi, right? Wouldn't it be funny if he was tattle? Okay, fine. Maybe he's not. But, right? Listen. What do you mean they're saying Kanye just returned? I just saw Kanye in the courtroom and talked to him. Ain't no Kanye just returned. I'm telling you 100% for a fact. Now, let me tell you also what went down yesterday, now that I can spill the beans, because I didn't want to say anything about my sources, right? Yesterday, Kanye never came into the courthouse, but he was outside the courthouse. They thought they were going to make a big stand on when Jane Doe was testifying. For whatever reason, the judge wasn't really handling, and they said, you know what, let's just chill. However, today, they have decided that even though they can't testify, even though they can't say anything, Kanye will be the person that comes and is going to be sitting next to King Combs and Quincy in the courtroom, and he is going to show a whole thing. Diddy also just got listen. Yes, everyone, Kanye went into the courthouse. He said, "What's up?" to me. We actually had a moment. Kanye is here. Okay? This is not a maybe. This is not a I heard. I saw, I talked. Kanye West is currently in the Southern District of New York. We are on lunch break. When he comes back up, right? When we go back up, he will be sitting in the things. He is not testifying. The prosecution is, because this is the prosecution's term. The prosecution is not calling witnesses. He is not testifying. He's going to be sitting in the pews as a show of support. Again, the fact that they are going to try to paint this as a lifestyle, maybe, but the prosecution's whole thing is this lifestyle is largely illegal. So what are you really doing? Do you see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? If this lifestyle is largely illegal, then what are you doing? Last time I checked, it is still illegal to show prostitutes making love. Y'all think I am going to try to get an interview with him. As much trash as I talk, he might actually do an interview. I want to hear his views on, I wonder why he didn't wear his black leather KKK uniform. How come he didn't wear that? You know, I know he said the white leather one. I know he said the black leather one actually fit a little better, but how come he didn't wear that to the court, right? Listen, he is actually there, okay? I just want to know. I would like to get an interview, you know? But again, you guys, I saw him. He said, "What's up?" We had a little bit of a moment. He is 100% in the courthouse. This is no maybe. This is not, yes, he is in the courthouse. Okay, he is wearing a white, not KKK uniform, but a white, I don't know, a button-up white denim jacket and his black shades. Bianca was not spotted with him. I don't know how Bianca could dress appropriately for court, but if she did come, that would be a thing, right? He is going to be sitting in the third row on the exact side of the courtroom that I'm sitting in. So I'm sitting in the fourth row. He's going to be sitting in either the second or the third row. We will be on the same side. He saw me as I was going to security, so you know I'm going to do a little twirl and see if I can get on Ye's radar, even though never mind, because Ye be into some things, right? Listen, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, yeah, literally saw he actually like waved. We had like our moment, said what's up, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, listen, maybe I just reminded him of another fluffy hair girl he used to know. But again, he is 100% in the courtroom, and you know, I was trying to use everything I could to get in there, right? Somebody said, girl, be careful, he might recruit you. And take me away from YouTube. Y'all don't know me very well. Is he short? I will say I think we're the same height. I think we're the same height. And I'm 5. Okay, fine. I'm 5'8.5". I like to say I'm 5'9". I'm 5'8.5". And the heels, that's like what? 5'8.5" with heels, that's like what? 6 foot? He is, I think without heels, we are the same height. I think without heels, we are the same height. I think with heels, he might be an inch or two higher. I think he's like 5'10", 5'11", right? Anyway, Alice Morrill Dennis said, love you, T. So you're on fire. Oh my God, Alice, thank you so much for the super chat. All right. So listen, hold on. 1 second. One second. I'm just texting my sources saying thank you. So I believe, okay, maybe I wasn't the first report because a lot of people be paying attention to what happened in Teterboro Airport. But yesterday he did land in the New Jersey Teterboro Airport, okay? And it was expected that he thought that maybe the prosecution was actually pushing that either he or Bianca could testify. I don't think it was Bianca. I think they would wanted him to testify. The defense, the prosecution, and the judge shut that down because you cannot get last-minute witnesses to peripheral things, right? Hold on. 1 second. One second. In any case, right? Kanye is in the building. So is he. 1 second. Okay. All right. So in any case, you guys have the exclusive. So listen. Listen, I'm 5'8.5", but I claim 5'9", okay? I claim it. I think if I stand up straight and straighten my posture, I will be 5'9". Okay, so listen, and y'all know afterwards I am going to try to get Kanye to comment. He might actually comment, you know? Okay, so anyway, so what is going on now? Oh, do you know what was very interesting? Hold on, let me tell y'all what's going on in the courthouse. I think this is very, very interesting, okay? Now, during the cross-examination of the it wasn't fire ballistic, but there was a special agent, Ramon, right? He was there to talk about the nature of the search, blah, 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 blah. Now, before that, Mark Agnifilo was super, super upset that Diddy's sons were handcuffed and they were removed from the house at gunpoint and they cleared with excessive force and it was a military encampment, right? And the judge was like, and the prosecution was like, what are you doing? This was standard procedure. Y'all know what it is. And on top of that, we literally got machine guns, ARs, and all this stuff. So what are you talking about, right? Mark Agnifilo wanted his moment to talk about how bad it was that these machine guns were actually were there, and the fact that they didn't have locks, or it might have had locks. I'm gonna get into it. He was descending into madness, even though I will say he showed up and he did his thing, right? So Sean the photographer said every day is lunch break. I'm loving it. Okay, hold on, let me hurry up and finish with this. Listen, so anyway, right? So that got shut down because the judge didn't see the point, and also it was a dumb argument. But I get it. Diddy is very, very upset that they actually treated him like a criminal because he was being investigated and they found proof that he was doing criminal things. So I thought that was very, very interesting too. Okay, Diddy, sorry, right? Listen. They also said that when you do that questioning, you're not going to be able to talk about removed at gunpoint, handcuffed sons, excessive use of force. That is standard procedure for anybody that is actually getting their house raided, okay? Also, they admitted all these exhibits, right? They said, listen, they literally, and I thought it odd. Let me just say this: why they were arguing about this was a gross misuse of force and he didn't have the right to be treated that way and all this stuff. I found it very, very odd that at the end of the day, I said, so let me get this straight. You just finished telling us 4 days ago that it was perfectly rational that you could kick in Jane's doors, 4 doors, chase her down her neighborhood, slap her in the shower, do all this stuff, not leave her house when she told you 11 times to leave her house. That was perfectly normal. But let's actually sit here and have a whole thing about how you feel that the feds were not as gentle as they needed to, on how you feel, Diddy, that the feds did not treat you with respect. I thought that was very, very interesting. So it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when, when they do it, right? Right? It just made me think about the way that Diddy looks at everybody. Diddy looks at respect, and Diddy looks at like the way he needs to respect it. He thinks there's one rule for him and another rule for somebody else, right? Again, was that cool to kick in all Jane's doors? Was it cool to violate her house? Was it cool to tell her and have your defense attorney tell her that her only choice is to leave her child's home and everything and show up to her family's house? You don't even know if she get along with the family. That's another thing. Show up at her family's house all knotted up and black eyes. And while you sitting there walking around her house like King Kong, demanding that she take a effing pill and then demanding that the freak off happens again. But now you want to have a conversation on how the Fed should have done better. Okay, listen, Cassie was cool to drag. Cassie was cool to do all this stuff, right? It was cool for you to drop kick her, do this, do that. It was a necessary evil, which is, it was just a lifestyle. But when somebody treats you with one iota of the way you treat other people, all of a sudden you got a problem. Okay, cool. I mean, we know what it is, but I just thought it was very, very glaring. Like, what are we really doing, okay? So basically, the government rolled their eyes just like I did. Fabulous faces, team tall girls. I'm the same height. I know that's right. I know that's right. I don't know why everybody thought I was like, when I got here, everybody thought I was like 5'2". Ain't nothing wrong with being 5'2", especially in high school. They love those little at 3 Apple High girls. But yeah, everybody is always surprised that I'm not 5'2". I guess I got 5'2" energy, a little pocket full of energy. Nancy Bermudez Gamble, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, iRock Gemstone said, thank you for bringing us the real tea. You welcome. Listen, I'm going to get through this because I don't want to go back late. And I'm going to be like, yay, yay, yay. Diddy going to be like, don't talk to her. And I'm going to be like, yay, yay. Excuse me, I'm going to try to act like, like I really care. Excuse me. No, this has nothing to do with the case. See, I'm looking for a dress that looks like I'm wearing nothing, but I still want it to be a dress of material. Do you know anybody? I'm sorry, who are you? Do you know anybody that might be able to help me? Excuse me. I'm thinking about tomorrow wearing a pair of legs pantyhose, as a dress, a shirt, and a skirt all at the same time. Do you know anybody that might be? What is your name, Mr. West? Woost, is it? Act like I don't even know. Mr. Woost, is it? Yes, Mr. Woost. Yes. I'm literally going to act like Nikki Blue Eyes Austin said, love you, Tisa. Girl, all the way from the UK. By the way, I'm doing jury service in 4 to 10 days on the 30th of June. Wish me luck. I wish you all luck. May justice be swift and come from your mouth. May it be, right? Oh, jury number 6, before we get back into this. Here's the deal with jury number 6. The judge actually did talk about jury number 6 a lot, and we actually do need to talk about jury number 6, okay? So the judge says that the way, first of all, the judge admonished Diddy's defense team and said, how dare you try to imply that there was any type of targeting, maliciousness, or anything from the government's part for what's going on in jury number 6. He said, let me tell you what actually happened. He said that jury number 6 made an offhand comment to somebody in jury processing. An offhand comment. Prosecution didn't know about this, defense didn't know about it. The person in jury processing said, this might be a problem. That's why you gotta watch about who you talk about, Said, this might be a problem. and literally put in a separate inquiry that I just had a private conversation with juror number 6. They made this offhand comment, but if they did, this is a real problem we need to look into. They started an independent investigation, not the feds, not the defense, but the people that handle the jury started an independent investigation, and they found out that there were discrepancies based off of the offhand comment the juror 6 said now that called into question what they said back then, right? Rich Guy Interviews, thank you so much for the super chat, right? Okay, so he said, so that's how it came. Now, once that happened, right? Once that happened, the jurors actually, the juror people referred that told the defense and prosecution what they actually found. The defense said, we don't care, they can stay, right? The prosecution was like, well, hold on. Because why this might just be an oversight where it was a communication issue, if you ask me, did you eat breakfast? And I'm like, no, I didn't eat breakfast. But then you're like, well, hold on. Did you not have a green goddess smoothie this morning? Okay, yeah, but I don't consider a smoothie breakfast. I thought you were talking about, did I eat pancakes, eggs, turkey sausage, beef bacon? That's what I actually think is a breakfast. So it could have been a miscommunication. I'm not lying per se. I just don't count a green smoothie as a breakfast. So the prosecution was like, hold on, we need to look at this. Because if this was just a plain oversight, then fine. But if this wasn't, and they concealed, it goes to their integrity and their honesty. We can't have someone that's even lying in any way, shape, or form. Listen, Miss Beeshaven always said, Tisa, the demon diddler anger is psychotic. Yes, it is psychotic. I 100% believe that, right? So anyway, right? I said, okay. So the judge was like, listen, first of all, stop implying that the prosecution is doing targeting. The fact that you would do that when they behaved above reproach and they didn't even have anything to do with this, again, it seems to me like Diddy's team is just trying to get any narrative started. So what did they say, right? They said, listen, here's what we'll do. Okay? The judge said that later on today, he's going to decide by the end of the day. But he said he's going to call in that juror. He's going to call in that juror into his chambers. And when he calls that juror into his chambers, and I think both sides are going to be there, he is going to say, listen, can you let us know about these comments that you said? By his way, juror 6 doesn't know he's in trouble. They're in trouble, right? Doesn't know that he's in trouble. All these conversations have been happening outside the jury. So they're going to call him into the chambers and be like, yo, you said this and that to somebody on our jury team. It was a little bit confusing. Can you explain that? If he explains it like, yo, I don't look at Green Goddess as like breakfast, but like, what's the problem? Then they're going to let him stay. However, if he implies, or if there's anything from his answers that implies that this was an actual deception, then he is 100%. If there's anything that implies an actual deception, then he's going to 100% remove him from the jury, because the issue isn't the oversight. They said it might be a small one, it might be communication. The issue is, right? The issue is on whether or not there was deception involved, even if it was minor deception. They can't have any jurors that are trying to deceive, have deceived, will deceive, this, that, and the third, right? Yes. So this jury is not sequestered. If you guys don't know, this jury is not sequestered. Sequester is when they put the juries up in a hotel room. They control everyone they talk to, everything they see, all the media they have, and they're completely cut off from the outside world. That is not what's happening here. The jurors come in every morning. Now, they got a little fast track line, right? But they come in every single morning through their fast track line, and at night, they get to go home, and they are home every day, okay? The only people that would know there were juries would be people in the courtroom. But they get to go home. Listen, they get to go home every single night. Now, when they go home, they do under penalty of perjury that they are not supposed to look at media, talk about the case, mention the case, or look at anything related to the case. That is the promise that they have to make, okay? Now, that's it. It is what it is, and we have to believe that they are doing the right actual thing, right? We have to think, yes, you guys, hi, my name is Tisa, and welcome to my live. How do I know that Ye is 100% in the court, right? Ye is 100% in the court because I was looking across, and I said, I oh, right? I looked across and I was like, oh. And he waved to me, right? So you know me, hey, what's up, right? We had, said hellos, blah, 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 blah. And then that's it. And then I grabbed all my stuff and ran down here to give you all the tea. I know that Ye is 100% in the courtroom because I actually talked to him, okay? I actually talked to him. Antigonia Hart said, I'm enjoying the Nancy Grace appearances. Thank you for highlighting the Romeo pimp sex trafficking tactics, including the fraud and the coercion. I'm glad Judge Aaron is getting to the bottom of juror 6 conduct. Again, here's the thing. Judge Aaron said about juror 6 conduct, there's nothing inherently devious about it. However, Nancy Bowles, welcome so much. And welcome to Tower. There's nothing inherently devious about it. However, they need to question him to see if there was any deception involved. And if there was any deception involved, then he's out of here. But if it was a simple mistake or miscommunication, then they will let it slide, right? Again, I do think, Pamela Lee, that he is trying to use Kanye to speak with Trump about a pardon, even though 50 Cent is like on the other side telling Trump, no, you know what that might, and you know 50 Cent is the biggest instigator in the world. So I wanted you to believe that he probably made a video compilation of every single time, and I mean every single time, that Trump has ever, that Diddy has ever spoken bad about Trump. And he probably hit send on that thing. He probably hit send on that way out. All right. Yeah, Curtis is not having it. Curtis is not having it. Okay. So in any case, I'm gonna literally try. Y'all know me. I'm gonna be right in there, right? I'm gonna be right in there in Yeezy's face, trying to get an exclusive. If I had known, I would have wore pantyhose at the top and the bottom. Do something to get his attention. I mean, I'm saying, I'm still doing it, right? But I would have wore something that would have got his attention and got that exclusive, But I'm still gonna try to get I'm gonna try to talk to him of course I'm gonna try to talk to him. I talked to him in the hallway. I literally was like, oh, and he waved at me because I was looking why does this mofo look so familiar, right? And I was thinking about all this other stuff. And then that's when I said, oh, and he waved at me, went close, had a conversation. It was cool. All right. So I'm going to try to get a whole combo. But it's actually thrown off. Again, the plan was for him to come in yesterday, maybe say some words. But the prosecution was like, will you stop dragging it? This is not even central to the case. Why should you be? Again, I think they're trying to make the jury just all with oh my God, the star power. Because at the end of the day, well, that really helped though, because Ye is battling his own stuff. And it's crazy to me. I don't know. I'm going to tell y'all how the jury takes it or what the jury happens. If the jury is starstruck, Dragon Seed said Trump Jr. Ariel Day pardon. If the jury's starstruck, I'm going to tell y'all what I think. If the jury says anything, I'm going to tell y'all what I think. That's what I said. Why don't you wear your KK hood in here? The one that was fitted, buttoned up to the top. Why don't you wear that, right? Also, Nancy Bill, thank you so much for the super chat, right? No, Ye and Bianca say they get in a divorce every other day. Who knows with them? They just that couple, right? Listen, anyway, right? Listen. Stay balanced. Are you dumb? You said if T becomes pro Diddy, then Kanye got to her. Are y'all dumb? But y'all don't actually think. Do you know how many times I've been propositioned and offered to sell my integrity? The fact that y'all think that this is the first time that people have been in my DMs, been in my Gmail, been in my face, offering me money, offering me exclusives, offering me interviews, offering me anything to change my narrative on a number of issues, not just Diddy. Do y'all honestly not understand how people would love to use this platform and my voice for me to move the needle? And every single time I've said no. And you somehow think that you are literally going to have me on some groupie stuff and I'm going to see Kanye and be like, oh my God. Do y'all see what this is? I'm literally getting giddy that I might get some tea for y'all and get an exclusive that y'all here first. And get a funny thing, I'm out here hustling for y'all. And y'all hear that, and all you can say is, oh, we hear pro Diddy stuff. We know Ye got to her. Y'all really think I'm that dumb, that stupid, and don't have that much integrity? Y'all really think I'm some, to lack of better words, some groupie that just want to be down and be at industry parties and this, like, anyway, Slowrilla said, I know this is off topic. Do you think Trump will pardon help R. Kelly? I don't know. I hope. Hey, thank you. What's your name?
Francois, Roger. This is Roger.
Hey, Roger. Look, hold the phone up. He's watching me in real time. Look, it's meta. A stream inside of a stream inside of a stream.
She's 5'9". She's 5'9". Because
yes.
I'm 6 feet.
Wait. Tell him again.
5'9". She's 5'9", and I'm 6 feet.
Exactly. So we got it. We got it. See?
This is Roger,
all right. Yeah. Roger Francois. Thank you, Mr. Francois. Thank you. You said this is the most Kanye thing ever. Exactly, Dory. The most Kanye thing ever. Kevin Whitney said, thank you for keeping Anchorage, Alaska informed. Love your hard work. Glad to see it's paying off. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Again, y'all really think I'm getting Star Trek? Y'all don't know the people and the PR people and all this stuff that have tried to offer me access, offer me into, like, oh, you want to come here? You want to go there? Just give me love. Y'all don't know the people. It's like, oh, I think we should. Please. Anyway, Talani Flores, if I haven't done it yet, what makes you think? And I don't need to. Also, right? The light's still on and being fat good. But if I haven't done it, why would y'all think me seeing Ye would make you be like, he ain't turned pro Diddy? Shut up. Anyway, Red Raven 33, thank you so much, right? All right, listen. Court is back in session, right? But they're not official. The jury's not back in. Clamade, Texas Thick, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. Also, really quick, let me just get this off really quick. Listen. Anyway, they pulled out the choppers. It was really bad. Mark Agnifilio went off on this weird tangent about whether the guns were locked or not. They had a customized semi-automatic. Come here. Oh. Thank you. Oh, is Ye about to come out? Okay, hold on. Ye's about to come out. Hold on. Let's see if we can get. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm here. Y'all can hear me now, right? Is there still? Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Say, put a 1 if you can. Okay, so Ye's about to come out the corner. I'm waiting in the thing. We're either going to be humiliated or we're going to get what we want. All right? We're either going to be humiliated or we're going to get the interview, okay? Everybody is looking and then we're going to see, okay? Oh, now the big cameramans have come. Okay, let's just actually see on the steps and let's go. Let's go. All right, we are waiting. Okay, he's coming out.
What makes you think he's coming out now?
What's that?
What makes you think he's coming out now?
He's getting his phone out the security check-in. Yeah. So he's coming out this way.
Back up.
All right.
Away from the steps.
All right. So he said away from the steps. He said back up. I want to be on this side because I think he's going to have to go too. Listen. Let me step off to the side. So now he's leaving out the front. Oh, okay. So he did leave out the front. Huh? Oh. Wait, so is he going at the front now?
I don't know. I'm here the same thing information you guys got.
Okay. All right. Hey, did he?
He was standing right there. He must have gone.
Oh, so he's going out the front. Okay. So they just told me he's going out the front. Hold on. Let's see if we can go out the front. Hold on, y'all. Let's see if we can get a thing. I'm running. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, fine. I'll run. Hold on. So wait, why did he leave? Did he get kicked out the courtroom? Hold on. I'm gonna get yelled at for doing this, but fuck it. Let's see.
I don't feel no time for it.
Did he already leave?
Yes. He's in the Mercedes. He's gone.
Anyway, I was running for nothing. I knew he was gonna be out front. I knew it. So he just left out the Mercedes. Hold on. Okay, so he just left. And now they cleared the area. Okay. Anyway, fucking yay. Anyway, he just cleared the area. So basically, Kanye just did what Kanye did. He did some stunt queen antics. He was supposed to go out of the back, but he saw the hoopla and he decided to go out the side. So he came into the courtroom as a show of support, and I think he got cleared out because he came on lunch break and then he left. And even when he entered, he had to have been texted it was lunch break. We saw Xavier, his attorney, going downstairs a bunch. And when he was going downstairs, I was thinking, yo, I think he's doing A, B, and C, right? And that's why I came to get my phone. And I left before lunch break. Okay, so I left early. And I was thinking something was up because I didn't know the skull. Anyway, fucking day. God damn it. Making me waste my time and interrupt this good live. Anyway, he's going to be back, though. He's going to be back Monday. Nancy Belay, I like the way, Belay say my name. I've noticed you're not good with pronunciation. No, I am not. I am dyslexic. But if you'd like to give me the phonetic version, I'll take time to learn it. Anyway, that's Stunt Queen. He left out the side, right? He left out the side. So anyway, beyond outside the boxes for sprinting for us. Love ya. Y'all know I was going to see. But listen, my sources are telling me that he's going to be back Monday too for the maximum thing. And he's definitely going to be showing up when the defense comes. And it looks like my sources were right. You guys know I told y'all what I heard was going on yesterday early in the morning. World News Tonight said you are on it, right? Listen. Yeah, he was sitting there watching. Now, listen, we still gonna get that. We're still gonna get that exclusive. We are still gonna get that exclusive. All right, so listen, you guys, let me get back to court. So listen, let me just say this. This was Stunt Queen Antics. You came on the lunch break. Well, prior to lunch break, but you knew. You came into the courtroom and then you left. You are doing this to show your support for Diddy. He did not make any things, but he did it to show his support for Diddy. And he actually said hello to me because I was like, oh. And he was like, hey, we had a little moment. I'll let y'all know about that conversation in the next live, right? And then I'm going to get that exclusive interview. I don't care. So Lonnie Flores said, why didn't defense add Ye to witness list sooner? Makes me think Diddy didn't think Jay would speak about Vegas. The defense wouldn't add Ye to the witness list because they're not stupid. They are not stupid. They are not stupid. Would you put that fool on the stand and let him just start talking? Have y'all seen the song titles for his last album? Wolfie said for running shoes, exactly. Y'all was like, Tisa, kick off the heels, run. Anyway, right? Listen. At the end of the day, I would not put Ye on the witness list. I would not do anything like that. But it was fun. It was cute. All right, listen, Kanye was there in the courtroom. I spoke to him. He was 100% there. We were waiting for him to come out, but he saw the media hoopla and decided to leave out of the front. All right? Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you on the next break, and I'll explain what happened with the firearms expert and the way that Diddy's team, yeah, again, he going to jail. He going to need more than a pop-up from Ye. All right, let me go.